Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. Oh my goodness, guys, this has been such a good week so far. I am going to wait just a few minutes and let see if we've got some people that gets in the room. Drop me in the chat if you are here and you are seeing me live. Let me know in the chat that you are here. I am doing this all on my own today, so it is a little bit different. And I wanted to make sure that I am in the right, that I'm live. Let's go ahead and check. Give me just a second. Oh, we've got some people in the chat. Okay, cool. So I don't have to know that. I don't have to check if I'm live. Hi guys, welcome. Um, I am long time no see. Oh my goodness, how are you? I'm so glad to see you here. So I am on Fridays, or last Friday was our first Friday. We had a little bit of a training where we did a little bit of self work, but also it ties into if you are ready to start selling. And I just kind of decided that I want to call these Feel Good Fridays, where we talk about maybe what is keeping us stuck and what we can do to change that. Um, and there's going to be so much. I feel so much joy around this and around teaching you guys this. I'm so excited. Hello everyone, welcome. Drop in the chat where you are visiting from, and maybe what are your plans for this Memorial Day weekend. I don't really have any myself, but so far, but we are I'm just calling this Feel Good Fridays because why not? We all want to feel good. Fridays are great days to feel good, are they not? So this is going to be our Feel Good Friday. So if you are new here, I last week I was kind of decided I think we need to slow down and talk about the stuff that helps us move the needle, helps us get to where we want to go. Um, and honestly, the majority of this is I really want us to learn how to pour into ourselves. If it's crafting, selling on Etsy, we I feel like tend to forget to pour into ourselves. So this is kind of what the Feel Good Fridays is to help pour into ourselves and see our potential and where we want to go. Maine frosty this morning. I don't know if I could do that mid-May. I don't know if I could do a frosty morning mid-May. Um, Karen from Middlesboro. She is our neighbor, really our mine kind of like neighbor north of us. So been to Middlesboro quite a few times. So anyway, let's get back and let's talk about. I want to get back to talking about our kind of theme for today. And today I want to talk about something that I see people tripping up on. They're tripping over all the time. And if you're so I'm going to relate this to our Etsy. But this can be you can relate this to your life, but let's relate this to our Etsy store because this is important. Um and it when it relates to your Etsy store, it has really nothing to do with your niche or your designs or the algorithm or anything like that. It has everything to do with your energy. You heard that right. This is what I see a lot of people getting tripped over all the time. And it, like I said, it has nothing to do with Etsy. It is all about your energy and where you put your energy. Okay. So I'm talking to those people who may have thought, I'm going to try out this Etsy thing. You put up a few listings, 3, 5, 10, 15, however many you put up. And then you were then watching your shop like a vulture. Literally cannot stop watching. And you just kept saying, well, this is not working. I'm it's just not working for me because you just put those up and you're just watching. And I'm also talking to the person that may be here who has been putting in the work into their shop. Maybe you've got more listings than that. Maybe you have 40 or 80 or you've gotten a couple sales. I'm talking to both people here. And if you are that type of person who you have been putting in the work, but you just feel like you're spinning your wheels because you're doing a little bit of everything, you're here and you're there, and you're not seeing the results that match your effort, this is also for you. It's for both of you all. Someone who is starting or maybe has tried to start and they're just like, throw something out there, not seeing results, they're just like, oh, it's not for me. Or if you have been putting in the effort and you have been putting in the energy, but you feel like your results don't match the energy that you have been putting into. So I'm talking to you, Thaiska. This is for you too, okay? This is for everybody. Because the problem isn't that you are not working hard enough. I know without a shadow of a doubt that Thaiska was working hard. But the problem is your energy is scattered all across the board. Let me say that again. The problem is you have your energy scattered and you are not like, I feel like there is a laser focus that needs to happen. So here is really what I see happening. And this is where we get stuck in this trap. Someone starts their Etsy shop, puts in a few listings here. We have Thaiska that has put in 62. Okay. 62 listings. That is quite a bit. But so puts in a handful of listings and then they start watching, checking stats, refreshing the dashboard. When the sales don't come in right away, what happens is we start pulling back and our energy drops because the results are not there. And we feel like we have put in all of this effort for nothing to show. What really is happening, and this is where it's a mindset problem, you're trying to match your energy with your current results instead of your future results. I'm going to say that one more time. You are trying to match your energy with your current results instead of the results you want to get or your future results. You're saying, show me, give me signs that this works, and then I'm going to go all in. Drop a comment, drop a me in the chat if you feel like that resonates for you. And if we have anyone that is watching the replay, let me know, comment me that I resonate with that so much. So if this is you, I want to let you know that's the backwards way of thinking. And I know it sounds crazy, but it really is. We can't let our results drive the energy that we put into. Okay. Crafty Karen says, I've got 167 listings and only 5 sales. Still working on other listings though. Not going to completely give up. I'm so glad that you're not giving up, but we want to focus our energy in very specific areas, okay? So getting back to where we were at, when the results do not match the effort we put in, and I'm going to be the first one to tell you they are not going to at first. And it may take a while for them to match that. But what happens is we start telling ourselves the story of this is not for me. Other people can do this. I'm seeing success. Other people are doing this, but I just can't. Or I'm not good enough, or I'm not creative enough. Or maybe you're even telling yourself Etsy is way too saturated for me to be there. Obviously, I've been trying and it's not giving me the results that I want, so it's just too saturated. I know I've heard that one before. And then the story after that becomes the reason that we pull back our energy is on something else. And that is what that guarantees that you're never going to get results when you start pulling back your energy. Okay? When you pull back your energy, the results literally cannot come because you are not giving that there. You're not giving to your shop what it needs, and you're not following a proven method. Okay? It can't come. Compounding can't happen. And it's not because you've not been giving it enough fuel. It's because I feel like you've not been giving it the right fuel at the right time. Okay? So this is where I want to kind of circle back and talk about our breakthrough and where I want you to kind of find yourself. And this is the mindset flip that we want to have. Okay. So, what if instead of letting your results dictate your belief in yourself, you let your belief dictate your actions? Let me say that again. What if instead of letting your results dictate your belief in yourself and validate that you are doing the right thing, what if you let your belief dictate your actions? I believe I am going to be successful. I am going to do this. I am going to follow the data. I am going to let Etsy tell me what's working and lean into that. I am going to keep putting in the work, because when I do keep putting in the work, my efforts will reward me, right? Now, once again, it is not an instant gratification thing. It is something that is going to take some time, but with the right direction and the right instructions, you can get there faster. If you do it on your own, it may take you a little while longer, but don't let that discourage you, okay? So when you start believing in yourself enough to keep going before the results show up, that's when everything changes. Hi, Charlene. How are you watching and learning? I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here with us. So I want you all to know that you must always pour into your cup first, okay? You have to take a bet and a chance on yourself before you have the evidence. And sometimes that is hard for us to do. It's hard for us to place a bet on ourselves. It's hard for us to think, well, I'm going to sign up for this, or I'm going to do this, and I know that I'm going to put in the work, because we will a lot of times be the first people to let ourselves down. Ask me how I know. But that's what separates the people who build real Etsy shops from the people who try Etsy for just a couple months or a little while and just completely quit. Okay? Your results are a mirror of the energy that you put in. Okay? Not your talent, not your niche, and it's not the algorithm. It is your consistency, and the results follow the energy. They do not come first. Okay? Now, I do have someone that I'm going to highlight today, and that is one of our amazing students in our passive earner coaching program, because I don't want you to just take our word for it. I don't ever want you to be like, oh, what she says is gospel. I want to come with facts. I want to show you how this person has put in that energy, that focused energy, into what is working in their shop and scaling what works, and that the results are proving that. Okay? So I'm going to, let me pull it up on Circle. And actually, I'm going to find it right here. I should have already had this pulled up anyway. Let's do, it's right here. Testimonials. Beautiful. Here it is. So this is from Kara Miller. Let me find it. Oh, Lord, I can't find it. Here. I know I have it here. Because I want to read it. I want to make sure that I read it to you all word for word. Beautiful. Here it is. We are only 1/3 of the way through May, and I have made 107 cha-chings so far this month alone. Y'all, this was posted 10 days ago. She posted this 10 days ago. 107 cha-chings so far. I started, this was her words, I started the PES program at the end of February. So we have the end of February, April, February, March, if I can get my months right. February, March, April, half of May. We'll call it 3 months. And I have been putting in the work every single day. Consistency has been my biggest goal, and I have successfully listed a new product every day for the past 5 weeks. I'm almost at 100 listings, and I wanted to post this to give everyone some encouragement to keep pushing forward and putting in the work because it truly pays off, y'all. Now, I will say that she had a shop that she revamped, but she started from scratch in February with us. And she completely rebuilt her shop. It had been turned off, she wasn't dealing with it. And in February, she started building all of her 100 listings. Here's what she didn't do. She didn't just start listing random things and hoping that they just stuck. She got clear on her niche first with the help of her coach. She followed a laid out action plan that we gave her. And then she was consistent in her posting and made her goal clear that she wanted a new product every single day for 5 weeks straight. And I'm here to say, in our celebrations channel, she posted, I think not a couple days ago, that she had reached her 100 listings. That's not hustle out of sake of hustle, period. That is focused, strategic energy, y'all. She's literally only at a third of the way through May. She already had 107 sales. Now, I do want to preface this. She does have digital downloads. She does party stuff and banners, but still 107 sales in the month of May in like 10 or 12 days is insane. But here's what I really, really want you to hear. Those listings worked for her because she was not guessing at it. She knew exactly what to create, who it was for, and how to position her product to get it in front of the right eyes. I want to be very clear. You can throw listing up after listing after listing and get to how a good number of listings, but if you are not clear on who you are selling to, what solution you are bringing to a problem that your customer has, or you don't know exactly who you are creating for, you're going to have your wheels spinning over and over and over. And I hate to say that, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you have to get clear on who you are selling to, and you have to be consistent on, okay, I'm creating this for this person. Let's say Kara has a digital download shop and she is selling her birthday party invitations. What she is bringing to the table is a solution for busy moms who want to have a great party but don't want to put in the effort. So you have to be extremely clear on who you are selling to, no matter what product you are selling. Let's say you are doing jewelry and you like, for some reason there was this is an actual random thought that came into my mind, but I was watching social media last night and for some reason I was like enthralled. I got these like EDM concert videos and I was like, these girls were like dancing and had all this bright colored stuff on. Maybe you sell physical products and you create jewelry and you have to be very clear on who you are selling to. So let's say you did jewelry for these girls that have all this beautiful like colorful jewelry at these EDM concerts. You have to be very clear that that is who you are selling to. Like I said, Kara knows who she is selling to. She is selling to busy moms. You have to figure out who your product is for and be extremely clear on that and put your energy in that. Okay? So, clarity and consistency is what made everything pay off for her. Okay? So, if you are just getting started, this is truly what is possible if you don't necessarily want to try to figure out on your own. And if you have been grinding and hustling and you're frustrated, and I feel like I might be calling Karen out on this one. Karen has been a friend of the channels for a while. Karen is near and dear to my heart. I love Karen. So maybe I'm calling Karen out on this one. I don't know. But if you have been grinding and you've been hustling and you have been putting in the work, I want you to see what happens when all of your work ethic gets pointed in the right direction. Sometimes that's what we need, is we just need a direction. Imagine what your shop would look like when you don't have scattered energy and you're saying, well, I could create this, or I could create that, or maybe I could do that, or maybe I could do that. And you try to do it all and you focus in on the person that you know you are selling to, and you create for your ideal customer avatar. We teach a lot about this inside Passive Earner Society. It's called an ICA, Ideal Customer Avatar. And that is who you have to learn to give your energy to and learn to sell to. Is anybody in the chat resonating with this? Let me know. I haven't looked at the chat in a few minutes. I've just kind of been like talking, going through my notes. But if this is resonating with you, please let me know in the chat. So if you are just getting started, you might be thinking, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to create a to-do list. I don't know what to put on my to-do list. Or if you've been at this for a while, you also might be thinking, I've been listing and listing and listing, but nothing is compounding. What am I doing wrong? And the answer for both of you all in both sides is consistency without clarity is busy work. Consistency without clarity is busy work. Period, point blank. That's just what it is. Okay? The answer for both of you is the same. That is our program. That is why this program exists. And I want to be very specific about what I mean, because I know you've probably heard, oh, well, we'll give you a plan. We'll do this. We're going to hold you accountable from 100 different programs. Okay. But I want to show you what actually looks like inside. Okay. So what we provide to you throughout our Passive Earners program is we give you niche clarity. We don't tell you just go out and pick a niche, because this is one-on-one coaching. You get your homeroom coach. You get to talk one-on-one with a coach. You get access to all of our coaches, because all of our coaches are specialized in something different. We walk you through the research to show you what is actually selling. And so you can find the intersection of what you love and what you want to create and what the market wants. That's where people end up getting stuck. I feel like so many times is they have what they want to create, but they don't know how to intersect that with what is selling on the market right now. And that is what we give you inside of our coaching program. The next thing that we give is a step-by-step personalized action plan. This is not a PDF that you just download and never open. We meet with you. This is a structured roadmap where we meet with you. We meet you where you're at in your life. And then we give you those action plans, the daily things that you need to be doing to move that needle forward. Not only that, but we give you accountability, real accountability, from a community of like-minded people, a coaching team that actually checks in with you. Y'all, if you could see my messages and how many times like one of our team members has celebrated some of our members, it's insane. Like you all, our members, like we truly care. Our heart is in this program, and our heart is in seeing people to be successful. So we share your all's wins with team members, just like you all celebrate yourself inside of our community as well. But we are a team of coaches that are going to hold you accountable. Okay. Tara said the program helped me finally understand who my ideal customer is and why it is so important. And that was an amazing aha moment when it clicked. Yes, Tara, I'm so glad that you said that, because I feel like Tara has also been part of our sphere for a long time, and I love Tara so much. I've got to meet Tara a couple different times, but Tara is one who was creating and she had beautiful things that she created, but really taking a step back and learning who you are creating for helps you to become focused to create things that truly sell. So once again, when our what we want to sell and what is selling in the market intersect, that's when we see results, okay? And learning our ICA or our ideal customer avatar is one of that. We also have very, very focused momentum. So, for those of you who may have been grinding for a while, this is where all that work ethic that you already have and you have been putting in gets true direction. Okay. We help you start doing a little bit of everything and start going deep on what is selling and what moves the needle for you. Once again, that looks different for every single person in our program. And we give you a personalized action plan to keep that focused momentum. Okay. So if you are sitting here right now or you are watching this replay and you are thinking, man, my wheels have been spinning. I'm tired of this. Cannot, I don't want to, I want to stop guessing. I'm over guessing. And you actually want to build something that creates compounding effect and brings you the income that you want. I want you to go ahead. I'm dropping it in the chat. I want you to click on that link and I want you to go ahead and apply for Passive Earner Society. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is life changing. Now, give me just a minute, because if you are not ready to take the full leap in, that is perfectly fine. Some people may not be fully ready, and I understand that. But I have something else for you that I want to drop for you, and that is a training, and it's called Etsy Unlocked. Let me grab this link really quickly from right here. And I'm going to drop Etsy Unlocked. So this is for some of the people who may not be ready to fully commit. Although, if you want my honest opinion, fully committing is truly the fastest and best way to get results. Let me ask, can you please see? I should have already had this. Should have already had this. But you all know me. I was laser focused on making sure that I had the best training for you all today. So I actually forgot to grab that link, but we're going to get it for you. And then I will drop that, because if you are just like, hey, I just want more information, I am, maybe not 100% fully committed just yet, that is perfectly fine. That is what Etsy Unlocked is for. So I'm going to drop that here in just a minute. But if you are ready to go all in, you're like, I'm tired of waiting, because here's what I do want to say. If you are here and you're like, oh, I want just a little bit more information, I'm not really sure. The longer you wait, to have your results. But going in and taking a bet on yourself now is going to get those results sooner. So Laurie says, I just jumped on here. I need to learn how to make things specific and how to learn all about Canva. How can we learn that? So if you are wanting to learn about design and how to create the designs, we do that with Makers Gonna Learn. So we have two programs. If you are new here, we do have two programs. We have Makers Gonna Learn, which is all things crafting. And then we have Passive Earner Society, where we teach people how to sell what they have created on Etsy. So this is more so a training that we have done for Passive Earner Society. But if you want to learn how to create in Canva, I highly suggest going to the MGL website. Let me see if I can get that link as well for you. It is our join page. And we have com/join. Beautiful. If you are wanting to learn more about how to create, we have, here is the Maker's Gonna Learn. I just dropped the link for the Maker's Gonna Learn, where you can sign up for that. And in that subscription, we have so much training on how to create in Canva, how to do all of those things, and how to get your stuff ready to sell. So that may be for you. Now, if you are ready to sell, you need to click that link to get to apply for Passive Earner Society. And I have the Etsy Unlocked link. So let me put this in the chat. Etsy. And this is for those who still may be on the fence. They don't know if they're ready to go all in on coaching. There is the Etsy Unlocked link. Go ahead, check that out. That is a free training that we have for you all. But like I said, if you are ready to see the results now, you are ready to pour into your cup, you are ready to see those compounding results sooner rather than later, I promise you, getting in now for Passive Earner Society is the way to go. Now, we are just coming off of the end of a great launch. So we're going to be doing an enrollment, and you can kind of start with your homeroom. If this is something that is interesting to you and you want to start with a group of people that are going to be kind of at the same level as you, make sure you get that, click that link and apply. But y'all, I'm so glad that you have been here with me today. We have to make sure that we are putting our energy where it serves us. That is the whole point of today's training, is learning where to focus and put our energy where it serves us, and putting that into, and not letting our results of our Etsy store be the reason that we either pull back our energy or we put more energy in. Being consistent, having a plan, having that mapped out for us is absolutely invaluable. It is one of the most valuable things that you can do to build the future that you really, truly want. So, once again, thank you guys so much for being here with me today on this Feel Good Friday. I have had a blast. I'm starting to get more comfortable just being here talking to you all about all of these things. And I'm filling my cup, and I hope that you all are filling yours as well. So once again, click that link and apply for Passive Earners. And if you're not ready, go ahead and get that Etsy Unlocked webinar, so that you can get more information and become more familiar with how we do things around here. But I cannot wait to see you guys. Next week, we'll be here on the channel again. Probably be here for another Feel Good Friday next week. So I will see you guys later. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Bye, guys.